5 reasons why the Google Pixel 4 will be a major flop. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to get notified of new videos. Hey peeps, what's up? Munchie here, back with another video, and in this video I'm going to tell you my 5 reasons why I think the Google Pixel 4 will be a flop. I am a Google Pixel enthusiast and I have used a lot of Pixel devices, including the Pixel 2, and my current daily driver is a Google Pixel 3a. Just to give you guys a perspective as to where I am coming from, because right now I am kind of frustrated with what Google is doing and what they did with the Google Pixel 4. So here is reason number 1. No ultra wide lens. What on earth were you thinking when you decided not to include an ultra wide lens? Do you realize that you might be the only major manufacturer without an ultra wide lens on their device? And on top of that, at the crappy Google Pixel event which you held in New York, you come and tell us this.
So while wide angle can be fun, we think telephoto is more important.
You do realize that sounds more like Apple and less like Google? I mean, isn't Android supposed to be about the freedom which it gives to the end users? And this is your reason for not including ultra wide. Trust me, that is 2 steps backward and none forward. Staying on the topic of cameras, no 4K 60 FPS. Seriously? I mean, who even takes these decisions at Google? I mean, I think you people are like ready to bury the Pixel brand. You should go back to the Nexus brand and sell phones around the $350 $400 mark, where people don't have high expectations from your devices, because with the Pixel lineup you're trying to set up high expectations and clearly you're not meeting those standards. No 4K 60 FPS is a major bummer. Moving over to reason number 2, Project Solly. What are you trying to achieve by adding a radar to the phone and increasing the price of the device? I agree, you get the fastest face unlock. But how fast is that? I mean, can a normal user notice the difference in milliseconds? Clearly they cannot. So this Project Solly, which you have added a radar to the device, and those gestures, nobody is going to use those gestures. You need to realize that. It's like your squeeze feature which you have on the Pixels. You have it just for the heck of it. 90% of the people don't even use it. I'm pretty sure some of them don't even know that it exists on their Pixel devices. And you decide to add this Project Solly feature. And to add insult to injury, this is what your support page says about face unlock, and I will read it. Your phone can also be unlocked by someone else if it is held up to your face, even if your eyes are closed. I mean, so I'm sleeping and somebody comes and unlocks my phone while I'm sleeping and accesses data of it. Isn't this like a major security issue? In your implementation of face unlock, it's the fastest, but it might be the least secure which has ever been implemented. Come on, Google, you can do better. I want to meet the person who's taking these decisions at Google. You are just destroying the Pixel brand altogether. Reason number 3, you are cheaping out like Apple and you're trying to follow Apple. No dongle, right? No USB-C to 3.5mm dongle in the box. No USB-C headphones. No unlimited full resolution photographs. Aren't all those the reasons why people don't like Apple? Because they dictate what the user needs? And that's what you're doing over here. You are turning into Apple. You are Google. You need to realize who you are and your potential. Seriously, very disappointed. Reason number 4, you add a display of 90 hertz, right? Very good, because that is what the industry is moving towards. And trust me, Google, you're still playing catch up, because there are other manufacturers who added a 90 hertz display before you did. Why on earth would you release a phone with a 90 hertz display and a 2800 milliamp hour battery? I'm talking about the smaller Pixel, which is the Pixel 4. It'll just barely make it through the day. And if you come back to me and tell me that, oh, it'll make through the day, well, that is because of your aggressive app killing in the background. I've had issues on my Google Pixel 3a wherein notifications are delayed from Gmail, Facebook Messenger, and other applications. You know why? Because you have stopped those applications in the background from sending notifications. You are charging a good enough price, but even then, the processor you are using is almost a year old. The Snapdragon 855, which you're using in this Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL, is almost a year old. The Snapdragon 855 Plus has already been released, and there are devices out there with Snapdragon 855 Plus. So Google, please stop using old dated hardware when you have new options available. You were so stubborn with the RAM that you stuck with 4 GB RAM for the Google Pixel 3 and 3 XL, and then people started complaining, and eventually with the Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL you upgraded to 6 GB of RAM, which I think you should have just doubled it up and put in 8 GB of RAM. But you're being stubborn and saying that Android can run smooth enough on 4 GB of RAM when clearly your own stock Android struggles with 4 GB of RAM on your own devices. I'm not even talking about devices from Xiaomi or Samsung which have skins. This is a Google Pixel device with stock Android. Android how Google wants it to be, and it cannot run on 4 GB of RAM, and you hold to that stubborn attitude for so many years, almost two, and then when you add in RAM, you add just 6 GB of RAM. Why not just double it and be done with it and future proof the device? No. That is why I say that I want to meet the person who's taking these design decisions and spec decisions at Google, because it looks like they went on Google and searched that what all things to add to a Pixel device so that people don't buy it. That is what the Google Pixel 4 looks like right now. Even the Google Pixel 3a has more battery than the Google Pixel 4. Seriously, Google, I mean, this is literally embarrassing. And reason number 5 is the price and the fact that you will not be selling the Google Pixel 4 in one of the biggest markets in the world. So priced at $800 with $100 gift card through all major retailers. My prediction, that gift card might pretty soon be $300 by Black Friday. So the Google Pixel 4 for $500 is what you should be paying for this device in the near future. Now you're charging $800 for a device which has 64 GB of internal storage, 2800 milliamp hour battery, a processor which is almost a year old, has no dongle, no USB-C headphones, no unlimited original quality photographs. I guess with the Pixel 5 it's gonna be, might as well do away with the charger, because very few people buy the Pixel devices, and those who do are already having an 18-watt charger with them. But are you passing on the price benefit which you get by not including these things to the end user? No, you are not. That Project Soli which you added, and what is the side effect of that Project Soli? You cannot sell this device in India. Now it shouldn't come to you as a surprise that, all of a sudden you realize that you can sell this phone in India. Somebody would have had to know this before you started, or before you decided to add Project Soli to the Google Pixel 4, that you cannot sell it in India. India is one of the biggest markets for consumer electronics. The competition there is great and awesome, is what I would call it from an end user point of view. From the customer's point of view, the competition is very good because they get pretty good devices at pretty good prices. Let's say even if I pay you $800 for a Google Pixel 4, are you actually providing me with the customer care which Apple does? No, you are not. With the Pixel 3, there was a lot of outcry on the internet when you didn't have repair parts available. People with broken screens could not get their screens replaced. So that is the level of customer care which you provide. If I buy an Apple device, I can walk into a store, wait for a few hours, maybe 2 hours, and they will replace the screen. Do I get that customer care with you? No, I don't. Then why should someone pay you $800? You are trying to compete with Apple, trying to follow in the footsteps of Apple, doing all the things they did, remove the headphone jack, no dongle, no USB-C headphones. You're clearly following in the footsteps of Apple, trying to compete with Apple. But do you provide their level of customer care? No, you don't. The earlier you come to terms with these things, the better it will be, because I think you should do away with the Pixel 4 and only sell the 4a, 4a XL, which I'm pretty sure are going to be released in summer of 2020, because you have seen it on your own. The 3A and 3A XL sold pretty good. That is the price segment in which you need to be. Bring back the Nexus brand. Forget about the Pixel brand. You've just ruined it. That will do it for this video, peeps. That was my rant and frustration about how Google is handling the Pixel devices. See you when I see you.